Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this Relationship Thursday, where basically we're on a series that's entitled The Husband Chronicles, and I believe this is 53. Yeah, I know it's long. I feel sad. I feel shameful about that. And it's because it kind of how messed up I was, because this series is about the things that I had to go through, issues that I had to settle before God brings me to the husband that he says he has for me. So today, last week I promised you that I would talk about today what I think my husband is like. So it's going to be really nice. And when we finally get together, we do a video on how he really is or how I am. And you have some idea right now of how you think that I am. And so you might be wondering, like, how's she gonna do a video on what she think her husband's like? Okay, so if that's interesting to you, stay by and try to stay to the end. Okay, so I'm gonna give the biggest reason that thing that I think I know about him that I think is true. Okay, so stand by. All right. For those of you who do not know, my name is Sheila Rollins, and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries Entertainment and Associates Inc. And on this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anyone designed to overcome anything. We do it with Jesus Christ being a higher power, and also what He's accomplished for us on the cross. Therefore, our cleanliness, our wholeness, our completeness, the things that we thought were impossible becomes possible with Jesus Christ. But in order for us to get everything that he has to offer, we need to be obedient to what? To his word. And I encourage the King James because it's what he encouraged me. So to know his word, to read his word. I do a chapter in the morning of the New Testament, a chapter in the evening for the Old Testament. I started at Genesis, and for the New Testament, I started at Psalms, even though Psalms is not the New Testament. That's where I started, though, at Psalms. And so that's a good way to like read through and through. It might take a little bit more than a year. Usually I'm done New Testament before Old Testament. But anyway, let's get right in. Did I say welcome? Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome if you're just joining us for the first time. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Encourage subscription, share. Okay, give me some thumbs up. Remember, thumbs ups help the YouTube. It lets me know what you like, and it gives me the confidence to keep putting out more content. All right. So, okay. So, all right. So, you're probably wondering, like, okay, how's she gonna say what she think? Okay, so usually when you look at couples, you see a certain things. You might see that they may be polarized, like completely different. Okay, and you may wonder like how that works. Usually, it's a kind of difference where they complement one another. Like this one is really good in this. This one is really good in this. And when they come together, they both have it because they share it. It's like when they get married, they become one. So if he's good in cooking, all right, and she's not, maybe she might be good in shopping. You know what I mean? But somehow or another, they complement one another. So, okay. So I believe that there's things about my husband where we're completely different on. Okay. Not in order though, but I'm going to do maybe 3 things in each area. So, okay. So the things that we're completely different, I'm going to save the things that I think that we are like as a bonus to the end. So stand by for that. So I think I'm completely right, 100% right on the things that I think that we are like. But on the things that I think that we're different, okay, I tend to be a little introverted. I think that he's extroverted, meaning that he's just a total people person, like a social butterfly. And I am too a lot when I'm out, but I had those times where I go in the market and I don't feel like speaking. You ever had those times? Comment down below if you have those times. I don't feel like speaking, so I'm like ducking people and I'm going down the aisle another way or whatever because I don't feel like it today, okay? So I think that my husband's a social butterfly. And then I'm kind of like an early bird. Now, I'm talking about the things where I think that we're different, okay? I'm an early bird. Usually about 6:30, I start yawning. Okay, I'm ready. I'm just about ready. Usually by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm starting to rock back and forth and bat my eyes and that kind of thing. So I think that my husband's a night owl is what I'm trying to say to you. Okay. I'm not all that tech savvy. All right. Um, I think that my husband may be an expert. He's an IT person, definitely tech savvy. The other thing, and I know I said three things. The other thing that I think is that he's well versed. I think that while I may know a scripture and I have to look it up, I think that he knows it. Like he knows where it is. Like he could say Matthew 28:1 says XYZ. Now I can do that for some of them, but I think that he is huge when it comes to that. Now, there are some things where we have that are levels of differences. Like maybe he's good at it. I know how to do it, but he can do it better, or he knows how to do it and I can do it better. So it has those areas right there where we have like levels of differences. And for me, I think it's that he won't starve. Like, I think that the Lord has blessed me to really be able to cook and to cook well, especially like the vegan stuff. He's helping me, and I basically got that down. Where I'm making cookies and cake and ice cream, and as well as other food and sides and vegan. Okay. And I can cook the other way too, because I didn't become vegetarian and then vegan until like it was in my early 20s that I became vegetarian, but I just been vegan for probably the last 4 years. So I've had to learn how to cook it. So I think that he can boil water. I think that he can at least boil water, okay? He may be able to. Now, rice is a hard thing. Maybe he can do instant potatoes, or he can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. I don't think that he can cook, okay? And then when it comes to gardening, I can garden a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I think that he really knows the knack. He knows the science all behind it and all that kind of thing. I think that he may be good, like in the yard with flowers and with food as well. Um, I think that we are both kind of like clean cut, but I think that my husband may be a little bit more into it than me. You know what I mean? I think that, yeah. I mean, I don't think to the point to where he's really, really pristine or anything. But I just think that, while I want to look nice and all that kind of stuff, I might run outside, slip on a coat and, have on pajamas. I don't think that my husband would ever do anything like that. I go outside and throw something in the trash and have pajamas on, put a coat underneath on top of it. I don't think he would do that. So, okay, let's move on. All right, so if you haven't already checked out the other YouTube, The Pursuit to Christ, you got to check that out. And also the playlist on both YouTubes, The Pursuit to Christ, which is the other YouTube, and this YouTube is H.U.L.A Ministries Overcomers Anonymous. It's playlists, okay, on both of them. If you haven't checked out the food, you got to check that food out. Do a vegan week. Do a vegan day, okay? Check me out. Support the nonprofit. I'm not asking for a handout, okay? I'm making something, so that people can, try it out. It's said that that it's the beginning way that God brought us into how we should eat. It was the first diet. Vegan was the first diet. Plant-based, I'm saying animal, carnivore was not the first diet that God had instituted. So I'm like, we're going to get back to that because the Bible talks about no dying in heaven. So what does that mean for food? Okay, so check me out. Check me out. Okay, the Lord has blessed me. We got together and we're making it finger looking good. So come on, check it out. So, okay. If you don't want to comment, say hi. Comment on anything that you want, okay? Yeah, I love to hear your comments. Give me a topic, okay? So basically, the thing that I think that I am absolutely right on is this. Now remember, this husband is coming from God. Now God talks about us not being unequally yoked. Now it's different when you already married and you become a Christian after the fact. And you're already married and your spouse is not a believer. That's different. And they choose to stay. You know what I mean? That's different. But he doesn't want us to choose an unbeliever and get married. You know, the Bible talks about him turning our hearts away from God and, you know, that kind of thing. So I believe that me and my husband is equally yoked, that we are both believers. Okay. I believe that we are both responsible and caring and want to do the right thing. Okay. Um, I believe that we both want to please God, So there you have it. Those are the things that I think that, that I'm absolutely right on it, that he is a believer. And how does he look? Sometimes they say that, your spouse kind of looks on a line as what you do. Sometimes you look totally opposite. So I would like to think that he looks like on a line of how I look, however that is. So comment down below, however you think that is. Is that fair? Is that pretty? Is that gorgeous? Would that be handsome for my husband? Comment what you think it is as compared to how you say how I am, how I look, and what you think of me. So comment what you think that you want to add to what I've given already. Okay, I love you. I'll see you in the next YouTube. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. I love you. See you in the next YouTube. Remember to share everywhere with everyone, and don't forget to subscribe yourself.